Draftosaurus is a competitive dinosaur token drafting game for 2 to 5 players that plays in around 15 minutes. If you're here to learn how to set up and play the game Draftosaurus, we're going to do that. We also have videos for the winter side of the board, the aerial show expansion, and the marina expansion. You can find the links for those videos in the description of this video. Please remember to like, subscribe, and comment on this video so we can continue bringing you videos like this one. The game comes with 5 double-sided zoo boards, 60 dinosaur tokens in 6 different species: T-Rex, Spinosaurus, Triceratops, Stegosaurus, Sauropods, Hadrosaurs, 1 placement die, and 1 draw bag. Each player will take a zoo board after everyone has picked the same side to use. We're going to take a look at the summer side first. Put dinosaurs in the bag based on the number of players. In a 5-player game, place all dinos in the bag. In a 4-player game, keep 2 dinos of each species out and put the remaining 48 in the bag. In a 3-player game, remove 4 of each species and place the remaining 36 dinos in the bag. Finally, in a 2-player game, remove 2 dinos of each species and place the remaining 48 dinos in the bag, just like in a 4-player game. The youngest player will go first in this game and takes the placement die and puts it in front of them. Gameplay is as follows. The game is played in 2 rounds of 6 turns each, for a total of 12 turns in the game. At the start of each round, each player will take 6 dinosaurs from the bag and keep them hidden. Then, for each turn, the player with the placement die will roll it. Then all players simultaneously each choose a dinosaur from their hand and place it in their zoo. All of the players, except for the player who rolled the placement die, must obey the placement restriction. The person who rolled is exempted from this rule for this turn. Any one player who cannot legally place a dinosaur elsewhere or chooses to do so may always place a dinosaur in the river space. After passing all remaining tokens to the left, and the placement die to the next player on the left, play will proceed like this until all dinosaurs have been placed. For the second round, players will again blindly pull 6 dinos from the bag and repeat the manner of play from the first round. To review, a turn is placement die rolled, dinosaurs placed within any placement restrictions for the non-die rolling players, and then pass those dino tokens. Let's take a look at the 6 die faces. The tree indicates a woodland restriction. All players except the player who rolled it must place their die into a space with woods, here, here, or here. The grassland side shows a rock symbol, and each player who didn't roll the die must place their dinosaurs in one of the 3 spaces here, here, or here. The restroom side means non-rolling players must use the right side of the board for their dinosaur placement. Similarly, the mug or cup shows the food court or left side of the board must be used for placement. The empty pin restricts players to using a pin with no other dinosaurs. The symbol on your die may look different than the symbol in the rulebook for this one. Lastly, the watch out for T-Rex side means players may not place a dinosaur into a pin with a T-Rex. Remember, a player may always place dinosaur tokens in the river if they don't want to place them elsewhere. The 6 main areas of the summer board are as follows. The Forest of Sameness. This location is in the woodlands in the upper left area of the board. Dinosaurs placed here must all be the same species. At the end of the game, it will score points as shown below the rightmost filled pin. The Woody Trio is just below this on the left side of the board in the woodlands. This space will score 7 victory points for every group of 3 dinos placed here. Each dino can only be part of one group. In order to get 14 points, a player would need to have at least 6 dinos here. The Prairie of Love is a grassland space in the lower left-hand corner. This space will score 5 victory points for every pair of dinosaurs of the same species. Any dino can go here, they just need a matching one in order to score points. You could even have multiple pairs of the same species in this pin. The King of the Jungle woodland space is reserved for a single token placement. At the end of the game, it gives the player 7 points if your zoo contains the same as or more than every other player for this type of dinosaur. If any opponent has more dinosaurs than you of a single token stored here, then the player gets 0 points. In the grasslands, the Meadow of Differences is a pin which can hold different species of dinosaurs. You must fill it from left to right with no gaps. You can only have 1 of each type in this pin. Look at the number underneath your farthest filled pin space and score this number. The solitary island holds only one dinosaur, just like King of the Jungle. However, it only brings 7 victory points if the dinosaur in this pin is the only one of its species in your entire zoo. Otherwise, it is 0 points. Again, remember the river flows through the middle of the board, and any dinosaur can be placed there on any turn, regardless of the placement die. Each dinosaur in the river at the end of the game gives 1 point. Additionally, count up those T-Rex tokens and score 1 point for each pin containing at least one of them in your zoo. Total your score from all the areas, and the zookeeper with the most points wins. In the event of a tie, the player who has the fewest T-Rexes wins. If the game is still tied, the players share a victory. There is a change to the rules in the 2-player version of the game. Instead of playing 2 rounds, you will play 4 rounds, where you will still pull 6 dinos from the bag, but only place 3 tokens each round. Each turn, the die will apply only to the player who did not select it. Then, the players will choose 1 dinosaur token to place on their board before returning a second dinosaur token to the box, not the bag. Play is otherwise similar to the regular game. I hope you have enjoyed learning how to play Draftosaurus today. You can find links to the winter side of the board, the aerial show expansion, and the marina expansion in the description to this video below. We enjoy this drafting game where you pick one and pass one, and have found it plays well with younger players. What is your favorite dinosaur? Let us know in the comments section. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy gaming.